So I feel I should update you guys on yesterday because a lot of stuff happened. So the guys are gone now, but been meeting up at campsites with a couple of guys, Mark and Anthony from near Edmonton. And the guy said, "Oh yeah, we're going to be in Dease Lake." This is a couple of days ago. It's going to be in Dease Lake, so I make my way down to Dease Lake. It's on the Cassia Highway anyway, so I'm going through there. And it's getting late. I've had a long day. I think I did 730 or 40 kilometres yesterday. Well, first thing is I nearly run out of gas. I pull over. My Garmin says next gas 139 kilometres. I've got some spare gas in my spare tank on the pannier there, so I put that in, but I don't know if I'm going to make it. While I'm doing that, this chap from Colorado turned up, lovely guy, but he wouldn't stop talking. You know, we chatted for probably half an hour, so now I'm behind, and but you know, no biggie. So I go over the top of the hill, which I'd stopped at the bottom of because I was afraid if I didn't want to run out of fuel on that steep hill. Get to the top of the hill, it says fuel 2 kilometres. Of course, I pull in 2 kilometres later, and who's there? Same guy, and he's chatting away again. It's like, "Oh, sorry, man, I've really got to go." A lovely guy, but boy, he likes to talk. Anyway, so eventually I get down to Dease Lake. Make a phone call because they just told me a campground in Dease Lake. I didn't actually think I'd make it down this far yesterday. They said, "Oh, we're actually at Red Goat Lodge, 80 kilometres past Dease Lake." So, oh, great. So I grabbed some food at a little burger place that was just shutting up, and the guy very kindly stayed open for me. And I set off, I know it must be getting close to midnight at this time. And I'm trying not to drive in the dark if I can possibly help it, but it's still kind of semi-light here. And I go through all this gravel, and I'm not happy. Like the back wheel doesn't feel right. Anyway, I just come off this last piece of gravel, come around the corner. There's a mother and baby moose just walking off the road. Thank goodness they didn't bother me, and I obviously wasn't going to bother them. And I just pulled up to the top of the little hill that was on, get out, and the back tire's absolutely flat. I've got a flat. It's like, oh my god. So I'm on my knees trying to figure out where the puncture is, whatever. And a couple who were on their way from Alaska to California, the only car that came past, they turned around, came back and said, hey, you doing okay? And I said, well, you know, not so good. Anyway, luckily they had lights, and I had my inflator, they had theirs. So, and what I figured out was that a whole load of dust had gotten into the valve stem and just allowed all the air out. So actually I didn't have a puncture in the end, thank goodness. But it was just one of those weird things, like the cap had been broken. I tried to seal it with some tape, but I guess the dust had just got inside the tape, and you know, it opened the tape up, and just I guess the tape actually ended up as like a funnel to put even more dust in. So anyway, good tip, make sure you have dust covers. That's what they're there for. Anyway, I just wanted to quickly show you that we camped here at Red Goat Lodge, and look at this. Hi, how you doing? Good, thanks. You? Yeah. Yeah, quite a great place to camp. See you later.